Welcome everyone to round 4 of Premier League, and after everyone's had the week off and a bit of a delay and there was a bit of sooking about us not being on air, but we're back, and that was because everyone else out there was having a rest as well. So
that's it.
I'm Stephen Lowe and this is Ben.
Tap a pattern. We're back.
Actually, it's lucky we had the week off, because after some of the material I've been sent during the week, I didn't stop laughing for a week.
Well, just got up off the ground really, so
more of that later.
Yep. Anyway,
The Fockers defeated the Loose Cannons.
We only had 2 weeks to do
by
this.
Almost 20 points, so that's a shellacking.
It's one of the biggest wins for the weekend, yeah, definitely. Steve Bird led the way, 36.
Yeah.
Stewie Manser, 35. Robbie Kilgour, 33, and Chad, 32. So
no one led the way for the Cannons.
anyway,
Kevin, in the words of Ron Barassi, do something! Haven't done anything. Even do something stupid so we could actually make fun of you, because you haven't done anything.
you've got the stupid uniform. That's that's as close as you've got to doing anything. But
You're
anyway,
on the bottom of the ladder with a percentage less than the
I
buy.
have got that's unheard of, isn't it?
The buy haven't played. You've been out there and they're still better than you.
Oh, thank God you've had one win. That'd be very embarrassing. Anyway, the next one, Dirty Divots. Defeated the Reluctant Heroes 134 to 132. Grand final replay. They turned the table and got up the Dirty Divots.
We've got my purple shirt actually.
Yeah.
I'm still on board with the Heroes. I think
Looks like it too. Real concerned about them. So.
I had my purple wig out for last week and then forgot we weren't doing the show, and now I've left it at home. So
Not good enough. They'll be disappointed about that. But anyway, the Dirty Divots, Damien Borden 37, Paul Carey 33, Jay Scott 32, Pete Retallick and the backbone, Matt Young 32, getting the top 4 there. And the Heroes,
just didn't
great depth.
Didn't really get going.
No.
Chewbacca Tomlinson 33.
Yeah. Jay Bennett led the score 2 weeks in a row for those guys on 35. But yeah, Jonesy and Scalzi 32, not really going to win many matches. I know it was close, but
Yeah, they'd be disappointed with that. They're better than that.
Yeah.
They'll be back. They'll be back.
yeah, they haven't gone far. They've slipped down the ladder a little bit, but they'll still be in the top 4 come season end, I reckon.
Yeah.
So don't count them out yet, like I've already counted out about 4 others. So. The next one, Grandad's +1, 141.
They are flying.
They are, but not much competition they play. But the Power Faders 130. They're not far behind, just in front of Loose Cannons really on the ladder. The Power Faders and
Haven't really got what the competition's about.
No.
Haven't been able to get up to a bit like a first year draft in the AFL.
yeah, need that extra pre-season.
Those handballs hitting them in the chest and they're getting winded. And just not quite up to it yet.
Not quite doing it. They're I wrote them off a couple of weeks ago, and looks like that's going to be the case still. So
Chad Jones is trying hard.
he is. He's top scored most weeks, but he's always been a one-man team. So and he looks like he's continuing that as well. Straight out of footy season, straight into golf. So well led, Jim Wagstaff 41, hole in one man. I don't know if it was that Saturday, but I can't remember.
Yeah, he's a hole in one specialist.
He is. Yeah, he's had more than Richard anyway.
Yeah. Everyone's had more than
True,
Richard.
true. But as we said, Chad Jones, the only real shining light for the Power Faders, 37. Steve Palling, 33. Sam New, 30. And Cockers, the pretty boy.
Got to hurt to say Chad Jones is your shining light.
It is, yeah. It does. It does. I'm sure it's hurting the other 7 in his team as well.
They'd be loving that.
No, but anyway.
Not.
Yeah. So in the last match, Cinderella Boys, 131, defeated the Turtles, 127. The Turtles look like they've got a bit of a hangover still from the Turtles tour a couple of weekends ago and 3 weekends ago now, and just stalled a little bit.
Cinderella Boys finally got it done.
Yeah, I wrote them off a couple of weeks. I still don't think they'll make top 4, but it's not a bad win. Dion Roberts, he's been up there this year.
He's been going alright.
Much better than last year.
Rocket, actually, in fairness.
Yeah, Rocket's been up there. Well, the scores have always been under 36. They haven't been above 36 for a lot of them, but
he's there and abouts. If
they're doing the job together every now and then. So Luke Keogh, 31, with the new bats in the bag. Haven't quite worked for him yet, but no doubt they'll work. And the old long basher, Mark Longbacker, 31.
Yeah, pretty disappointing, Mark. If you're watching, you can do better than that.
He'll be too busy, won't he? That's how he says.
He's always busy.
For the Turtles, top 4, Dave Wilson, 34.
Flip's been alright.
Yeah, he's been okay, yeah. Merle's 33, Longy 31, and then you got Neil Hoare and Len Drew on on 29, so not great depth. That's probably cost them this week, but they'll bounce back. Joel's never really out of the top 4 for many weeks in a row. And
no, a bit unusual.
it is, so he'll bounce back next week, no doubt.
Teacups had the bye.
Yep.
Went well. Marion Watley with 37, Di Simons 33, and Joy Kelly with 30. All the ladies are above Cole Johnson.
All those 3 scores above Cole, so I'm not sure what that takes the tally up to. So we'll go into the ladder after 4 rounds, and we've got the Fockers out in front, undefeated.
Bragging rights
yeah,
at the minute.
Bragging rights at the minute, yeah. Stu will no doubt be up and about.
No silverware though, you've got to get it done yet, boys.
That's it. So, and the Granddads +1, as we said, have snuck into second, equal with Dirty Divots on the games won, but percentage is just keeping the Dirty Divots in third, and Reluctant Heroes round out the top 4.
2 and 2, yeah. Just stalled a bit, my team, but they're okay.
They'll be alright. They'll be there. I don't think that top 4 will change much, I reckon. The only one that'll change will be the Turtles. Yeah, we said that last year with the Party Boys, but yeah, no. And then we look at the Cinderella Boys, Turtles, and Teacups all on 2 wins. Only percentage keeping them out of the top 4, so it's pretty wide open to get in that top 4 at the minute. The Power Faders, Loose Cannons definitely gone. No chance whatsoever for those guys. Anyway, now we had some awards, and I'm going to say that a couple of these awards have been just. We don't need any more nominations. I reckon they're done and dusted, a couple of these. So
Kevin Humbert's first sook of the week, because he came in and sooked about us not mentioning him on the show, something like that.
Yeah, I can't even remember. He sooked that we didn't do the show, and then he sooked about something else. So
Kev, just get a win. Don't worry about it.
As you said before, do something.
Yeah, do something. Our villain of the week.
The villain, the hero, and the tool all sort of tie in together a little bit.
We might start with the tool.
We've already spoken about him. So
we've spoken about him every week,
I think he has. Well, if it's in your blood, it's in your blood, isn't it? So
Amy's got a bit of footage about Chad Taylor Swift Jones. Chad, if you're going to sing to yourself in the car, the first thing you don't do, lesson number 1, is don't record it. Lesson number 2 would be not put it on Facebook. Lesson number 3 would be not let your friends see it. And then lesson number 4 is probably don't let us get our hands on it. As you hopefully get to see, it is hilarious. I was lucky I got this last week because I couldn't have done the show. I was actually on the driving range and I had about 30 balls left to hit. I couldn't hit any more after I saw it. It was so fun.
It's a shocker. I don't know what possessed you to do it, but I wouldn't do it again anyway.
No. And moving on to our others.
So the villain of the week.
Villain of the week. So whoever sent Chad's video to us, you know who you are. And you're out there.
Yeah, you're out there. You're playing this event. You're in one of these teams.
And you're on his friends list.
Yeah,
so we thank you in a way, but you are the villain. And lastly, our hero.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got to give you villain and hero. So for you, well done. We love it.
And we might reveal the identity come grand final.
Final night. Yeah.
And actually, if you'd like to get on Facebook and anyone can name who the villain was, without being the villain himself, we might give them a free driving range pass for a month on the range. So
so lastly we've got, I'm going to call it the non-team player. It's usually a team player, but this bloke wasn't a team player this week. Brett Stone rocks up with a mate, taking the day off the farm. He could have been doing plenty of work out there, but took the day off. Brett said, come along, we'll get you in. Apparently he'd spoken to some of his mates out there at Lockie and said, yeah, I'm not playing. He turned up, didn't put him on the computer, and they all turned up to play. So this poor bloke is sitting on the sidelines hoping to get a game. Thank God we got someone pull out, and even Steve Holt did the team player thing and moved and allowed this bloke to play with Stoney. But mate, if you're going to bring a mate along, make sure he can play. Don't just pull him off the farm and bring him along expecting to get a game. So you've got non-team player, and in saying that, I'm going to give Steve Holt the team player for jumping out of his group and probably having a worse day, because he would have played with people he didn't know, and
Probably played with Kevin Humbert.
he could have done, yeah, so he would have had a terrible day. So yeah, Stoney, get your act together, mate. Learn how to use a computer or a phone. No. So anyway, we're going to round 5. We've had the bye. Back into it this week. Round 5. We've got the Turtles versus the Fockers. Should be just an easy win for the Fockers.
The Fockers will
really
get that one done.
should do. Granddad's +1 versus Dirty Divots. That'll be a pretty good one.
That.
Things might stay the same on the ladder out of these two, but it'll be a good match. I'm going to go, Dirty Divots. I reckon they're starting to come good.
I reckon the Granddads, it's just on the up.
Cinderella Boys versus Loose Cannons, and non-match really.
Yeah.
Cinderella.
Second bye.
Yeah. Cinderella Boys, easy. Yeah. And this will be an interesting one. The Power Faders versus the Teacups.
Oh, they'll be in turmoil, the Power Faders,
after their captains.
After their captains.
Disgraceful effort. Yeah. So I'm going to go Teacups. The women are up and about, and Ian Watley's playing some good golf. Peter Bowick's playing some good golf. So I'm going to go with them and just.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
And I reckon the Power Faders will stop turning up after this weekend. They won't even bother coming again. So I don't blame them really. So, and Reluctant Heroes have probably a well-earned bye, a couple of losses for them, so they're probably looking for that bye again and get themselves back together.
They need to keep playing, I think, get a bit of momentum happening.
No doubt, James, you'll get them all out there and play on Saturday still, but less pressure. They don't have to beat anyone or lose to anyone, so they'll have a good week, I reckon. But so that's it for the recap of round 4 as I spit all over myself. But thanks to 4X. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Amy, for all her hard work in the background.
Thanks, Chad.
Yeah.